going to show you how to check your battery and reset your ECU in the 93 to 95 Mazda 66 Ford Probe MX6 Telstar Protege. Most Mazdas, you can reset the ECU between 1993 and 1995 models using this method. So first we're going to check our battery voltage. Set your multimeter to 12 volt battery test. One on the ground, one on the positive, and we're getting 14.89, and that's because I have a charger on it. So your battery voltage will be different when it's on a charger versus when it's not on a charger. So we're going to go ahead and take that charger off, and we're getting 12.12. So as you can see, it adds about 2 more volts because the 2 volts is the charging voltage. And that's all there is to testing your battery. Black on the negative, red on the positive, and you'll see your output in the multimeter. And the absolute minimum charge on your battery will be 10.5. Anything below 10.5 and it's not going to engage your starter motor. So if this says 10.49, the difference of 100th of a volt, it's not going to start your starter motor. It has to be at least 10.5, and ideally you want that to be 12.4 or above. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep my charger back on the battery and get it above 12.4. In order to reset your ECU on the 1993 to 1995 Mazda 626 MX6 Protege Ford Probe and Telstar, all you have to do is remove your negative battery terminal. Remove your negative battery terminal, set that off to the side. Alright, come into the cabin and you can turn on your dome light switch. You can press on your brake switch. Notice your courtesy lights are not on. When you press on the brake switch, the only thing that does is it drains the residual power out of your car, out of your entire wiring system. It just drains it until you have 0 charge left. And that's key, is 0 charge. Putting your dome light on, putting all of your accessories on that you can. Now another thing that you can do is actually remove your center console. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you what's involved with that. Okay, and this is your ECU right here. On some models, there will be another ECU back there, and that is your automatic powertrain control module. That's your PCM. This one is your ECU. PCM, ECU. The manuals don't have a PCM. They don't have a separated PCM. They only have the ECU. And what is the difference? Well, it's basically the same type of module. It's just that this one has less pins and controls less. The powertrain control module is responsible for most of the automatic transmission functions, stuff like solenoids, your transmission solenoid body solenoids. A lot of electronics that are associated with the automatic transmission go into the PCM. The V6, I believe, the V6 automatic does have a PCM back there as well. The i4 automatic has a PCM. But this one is that's your ECU. If you want to actually remove the ECU, there's only 4 screws holding down the ECU. But in order to reset your ECU, what you could do is just remove this, pull off this wiring harness, and that will drain the power out from the ECU as well. And that's what it's all about. You just want to drain all of the residual power out in the car so that this is drained out as well, because there's capacitors inside of this that need to be drained. That is where your keep alive memory is stored as well. I don't think there's a rechargeable battery in there. Most of it's just done via capacitors back then. So yeah, you could do that as an option as well. But we're going to do it the easy way. And the easy way is just disconnecting your negative battery terminal and stepping on the brake for a couple seconds until you see no light in the car. And a good indicator of that is to turn on your dome light and you make sure that there is absolutely no light coming out of there and all power is drained. Alright, and then all you have to do is reconnect your negative battery terminal. Just make sure that's nice and tight and that's not going anywhere. Alright, that's all there is to resetting your ECU. Now, the question is going to come up, but how do I reset my ECU on my 1996 to 2002 626? OBD2 started in 1996. So you've got OBD2 diagnostic systems running on everything from 1996 to 2002. And you're going to need an OBD2 compatible scanner. And it's a little scan tool that you hook up to your computer under the dash. And a diagnostic connector, which is also known as a DLC or diagnostic link connector, would be under your dash about right here. Somewhere. I don't know exactly where because I don't have one. But you would need a scan tool, and you would hook that scan tool in with a plug, and then you would look at your scan tool and you would go through the menu system, and one of those would be Reset ECU. And another, remember there's two, is Reset Keep Alive Memory. So you want to reset the ECU and the Keep Alive Memory if that's what you want to do. Because the Keep Alive Memory are trouble codes that have happened over many driving cycles. Some of them up to 80 driving cycles until it will set a code. So just be aware of codes that are set that are hard faults, which are the major ones, and then there's Keep Alive Memory, which are the minor ones that keep coming back as constant issues, and the car will let you know that a Keep Alive Memory code is something that just keeps happening, that's an error, and you should take care of it. But the hard faults are the more important ones. And that's all there is to resetting your ECU in a 1993 to 2002 Mazda 626, MX6, Protege, Ford Probe, Ford Telstar. If you have any questions or comments, leave me a comment, and I'll make sure I try and get back to you as soon as possible, usually within the same day or the next day or the day after that or the year or two after that. Cool. See you later.